event tonight, we have Stephanie Trick and Paolo Alderighi, a little Italian slant there, Alderighi. And we're thrilled to return to the Rancho Mirage Library and Observatory to present their new four-hands piano arrangements of numbers from the classic jazz repertoire and tunes from the Great American Songbook. Pioneers in the use of four-hands piano in jazz, they have earned widespread success with their interpretations of classics from the stride piano, ragtime, and woogie traditions, as well as the swing era and the Golden Age of Tin Pan Alley. Performing throughout the world, they have won the acclaim of critics and fans alike, and we are so happy to have them back here at our library. So please help me in welcoming Stephanie Trick and Paolo Alderighi.
Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's such a pleasure for us to be back here in the desert. It's been a few years, and we have great memories from the last time we were here. So we'd like to get our concert started with something by one of the great American composers, Harold Arlen. And he was the composer of many great tunes like Over the Rainbow, Blues in the Night. And this one that he wrote in 1930 with Ted Koehler, and it's called Get Happy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now a classic number from the hot jazz repertoire. This goes back more than 100 years when there were the first recordings of jazz music by the original Dixieland Jazz Band, and this is one of the first recordings. It's called Fidgety Feet. Thank you for fidgety feet. Well, a relatively new arrangement is the next one to remember a famous dance orchestra called the Casa Loma Orchestra. And they used to play so well together that if you listen to the recordings of the Casa Loma Orchestra, it sounds like it's one instrument because all the musicians are so well rehearsed together and the arrangements are so tight that it sounds really like you have one instrument, but then, of course, there are many musicians playing together. So it's fun to try to recreate this big band music with the four hands. And so you'll hear two pieces connected one to the other. The first one is a danceable piece called Sunrise Serenade. And the second one is a very fast tune called the Casa Loma Stomp. Well, we'll try to recreate that tight way that they had of playing together. Thank you for this little tribute to the Casaloma Orchestra. Now it's the next one is the oldest tune that we are going to play tonight from 1905. This is a beautiful song called "In the Shade of the Old Apple Tree," and you know it. I never had this kind of reaction when we played in Italy. Nobody knows it, but anyway. In the Shade of the Old Apple Tree. So one of the things that we like about these old sort of folk songs is that you can play them in so many different ways because the melody is simple, the chords are simple. So we like to do a little bit of like juxtaposition of different styles. Usually I do the easy parts and I write the arrangements, so all the difficult parts are Stephanie's. And so you'll hear her transform the nice melody of "In the Shade of the Old Apple Tree" into a boogie woogie.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In the shade of the old apple tree. Now, I'd like to play a solo for you, and this is kind of in the style of one of my favorite pianists, Thomas Fats Waller. And he was a composer as well. He wrote Honeysuckle Rose and Ain't Misbehavin', among many other great popular songs. But he was a fantastic stride pianist. And stride piano was kind of the way to play jazz piano in the 1920s and 30s in New York City. And so he, along with James P. Johnson, kind of developed this way of playing the piano, which uses the left hand in a special way. It has to kind of alternate between the bass register and the middle register, and so it's kept pretty active. And this arrangement that I made of the next song is kind of in Fats' style. And it's a song by Vincent Youmans, written in 1927, called Hallelujah.
Stephanie Trick.
So thank you very much. We love coming to the desert. My grandparents used to live here, and I spent a lot of vacation time here. And Paolo loves it too, right?
Very much.
Yes. And we also love the street names because we're super fans of Hollywood, of the, 40s, 30s, and the Golden Age of Hollywood. And so many of your street signs are, celebrity names. And we recognize almost all of them. And during the pandemic, we were at home a lot and watched so many musicals. We love film musicals, the MGM ones, and we get a lot of ideas for our arrangements because we love the music from that era. And one of the people we love is Ginger Rogers, and she lived here, didn't she, for some years? So we wanted to play something thinking about Ginger Rogers and, of course, Fred Astaire. And this is from the 1936 film Swing Time, and the music there was Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields. And so we've made an arrangement of one of the ballads from that. It's kind of a funny tune, A Fine Romance.
Thank you for a fine romance. The next one is a blues, and it's a blues that has a special meaning for us because we live in St. Louis, and this is a blues called Route 66. And I just recently learned that St. Louis is on the Route 66. I knew the Route 66 as one of these place where Italian people go either for a honeymoon or a midlife crisis. And never occurred to me that St. Louis is on that until during the pandemic, we went to a different supermarket and I read Route 66. And so I realized that the connection, and I'm not going to tell the Italian people that, Route 66, there are supermarkets, gas stations, because I like that they still think this like romantic idea of something very nostalgic that you want to see one time. Anyway, that was the idea for the arrangement.
Thank you so much. So another tribute we wanted to make was to someone else. I think he lived here for a little while, Jimmy Durante. Yes, maybe. Let's say he did. So we can make our tribute to him. He had a really unique singing voice, very gravelly. And so he kind of put his stamp on many songs, and this is one of them, written by Julie Stein and a lyric writing team of Betty Comden and Adolph Green. And they wrote this song for a musical that came out in 1960 called Do Re Mi, and the song was Make Someone Happy.
It's actually make someone happy and you'll be happy too. It's a nice philosophy of life, I think, right? If you do something nice, it comes back. So we brought some CDs, and we would like you to try this tonight. If you buy our CD, you make us happy, and you'll see how happy you will become. Thank you very much. In our concert, we usually always present a medley from a movie or a musical, and we would like to present our latest medley. This comes from a movie that was produced in 1951, a musical called An American in Paris with Gene Kelly, Oscar Levant, and Leslie Caron. And of course, this is based on all the music by George Gershwin, and the title comes from the symphonic work An American in Paris that George Gershwin composed in 1928. Unfortunately, in 1951, Gershwin was not there anymore, but they used the American in Paris, the composition that is about 20 minutes long for a beautiful choreography of Gene Kelly and a lot of other dancers. Plus, they, of course, used a lot of the famous songs that Gershwin composed throughout his life. And so what we decided to do is to take some excerpts from the symphonic work and also use some of the popular songs. And so we would like to finish the concert with this medley that starts with Promenade by an American in Paris, and then it continues with I'll Build a Stairway to Paradise. It's a nice song by Gershwin. A very famous now one called Love is Here to Stay. All the jazz musicians have recorded this. Then there is a waltz, and it's one of the few waltzes that Gershwin composed. It's called By Strauss, and if you have seen the movie, it's a very fun scene. The blues from An American in Paris follows that. Yeah, and then we finish with the famous I Got Rhythm, and so I'm happy I remembered all the songs, so now we can play it.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Do you like one more? All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming out to see us tonight. And this is such an incredible facility. I don't know how many libraries there are like this in the country or in the world. I don't know. But I'd like to thank the team here at the Rancho Mirage Library. They're so wonderful. It's great to work with them. Thank you all so much.
So we would like to finish with our latest arrangement, and this is called Happy Feet.